go through everything from cutting with a cutting torch, cutting with a plasma cutter. We usually start off with stick welding, unless you're dead set against it. If you're going to go into a shop atmosphere, you can get by with just learning the MIG welding, GMAW welding. If you're going to be doing any welding outdoors, pipeline, gas and oil welds, you will have to know stick welding because that's what they do. Everybody always thinks that because they can run a flat bead, they're a welder. That's not true. 90% of your welding in the real world is going to be out of position welding, whether it be horizontal, vertical, or overhead. I started welding when I was 17 years old, so I've been doing it about 45 years. I repaired railroad cars for probably 23 years straight through, putting anywhere between 100 and 300 foot of weld down a day. And after that, I started doing ranch work where I've repaired everything from tractors to feed wagons, to built miles upon miles of steel pipe fence and things like that. I love helping the kids. I do like teaching, so I've taught them all the way from, I've had a 16-year-old and I've had a 78-year-old, a 72-year-old, and these gentlemen back here are 22 and 18 or so. Welding is a great profession. It's not a glamorous profession, but you can make a lot of money at it in different welding careers. You get into the pipeline or oil field business, you get a lot of travel in. You get to see the company or see the world on the company's dime a lot of times. You have to not mind getting dirty for one thing, because it is a dirty job. But if you like to work with your hands, it's a great deal to get into, because very few jobs are just where you sit and weld all day long. You have to learn to cut and fit your own material and be able to read blueprints at times, follow schematics on whatever the engineer set up. During class, I'm going to be telling you different ways to do it. But once you're out welding, odds are there is not going to be anybody looking over your shoulder saying you got to do it this way and this way. You know, if you're in the welding industry, they're going to expect you to know how to perform. And if you don't perform, odds are you will be headed down the road. TCR does offer an introductory class that is only 9 hours long. For somebody that's never welded and thinks they might want to weld, I would suggest taking the 9-hour class to learn if that's what you want to do. There's a number of places around that will hire young kids and train them as they go, you know, especially if they have welding experience like this class. It will get you in the door. This class is designed to give you a real good start in the industry. After that, it's more or less practice. I'm hoping that by week 3 that these students are actually building something, whether they come up with a project of their own that they want to build and take home with them, or I'm going to come up with a bumper for my truck that they can build.